Welcome to the Pisces full moon on August 29th, and it is a supermoon. A supermoon is where the moon is closest to the earth and in direct alignment with the sun and the earth at the time it's full. And this Pisces supermoon is the closest one to the earth in the year 2015, making it extra potent, extra powerful, and you'll be feeling this week. We're building towards it, and you can feel the energy even now. So Pisces is the most spiritual sign in the zodiac. It's the last sign. When you master the sign of Pisces, you can get off the wheel of karma and ascend. So it's a very important sign, and it is the most challenging because it rules the area of how we get in our own way, how we hold ourselves back, how we may even sabotage ourselves. And we all do it. We're human, right? We're human beings, not human doings, and our perfection lies in our imperfection. Our perfection lies in what we're working on. We're all a work in progress. And the whole journey is about joy and celebration and love. And sometimes we get it right, sometimes we don't. When we don't get it right, that is the contrast. That is the compare and the contrast to figure out what we do want. Venus has been helping us with that because she's been retrograde, and she's going direct on September 6th. So the message here is, let's finish things up. Let's complete things. Let's get out of our own way and do what we need to do to empower ourselves and live our best life. Pisces rules faith, keeping the faith in yourself, keeping your faith in Creator, and believing in the possibilities, believing that you can overcome all obstacles and achieve your goals and achieve your heart's wishes and desires. We don't get what we want. We get what we believe. What do you believe is possible for you? What do you believe is true for you? This is a wonderful time to put conscious awareness around what you're doing, where you're going, and how you're going about it to get there. Now, Pisces is the most spiritual sign of the zodiac. That's why it's so challenging to master, because when you master it, you can get off the wheel of karma and you can ascend. It is also an incredibly creative sign. It's ruled by both Jupiter and Neptune. Both of them rule your highest ideals and creativity, spirituality. So this is a highly creative full moon because the sun in Virgo is coupled with Jupiter. That is one of the best, most positive aspects we can have. When the sun and Jupiter couple, it uplifts, inspires, it gives you a sense of well-being, feeling good, and that is closer to how you really feel and who you really are, no matter what's challenging you. And so you have this wonderful sun in Virgo coupled with Jupiter, expansion, opportunity, hope, discernment, in opposition, because that's what the full moon is. It's an opposition between the sun and the moon. The moon has no light of its own. It reflects the light of the sun. And the moon is in Pisces coupled with Neptune. So this is an energy that could step up your psychic abilities, step up your intuitive abilities. And the intuition is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it becomes. And when you work that muscle, it really works for us. But it does require listening. So your intuition is always on. It does require listening to hear that inner being, to hear your soul, to hear the inner voice give you the answers, give you the insight to what's really going on. Requires listening, paying attention. And so there is a lot of creativity with this moon. You can dream big. This is the time to dream big. This is the time to visualize what you want to see in your life this year and next year, what you're creating, right? The energy you send out is the results you get back. The universe is always matching. And we're here to use the astrology to get to the next level. You are the master of your destiny. You're using these energies to create the life you want. You are a master creator. You are a powerful creator. In Pisces, you are a great spiritual being, having a human experience. You're not human trying to be spiritual. You already are spiritual. Your mighty I Am presence never descends into the physical. So there's always a part of you that's an ascended master. And that's the part you want to tap into and pull in to this lower human experience, is having a direct line to your mighty I Am presence, God consciousness, and using that consciousness in what you're doing and where you're going. So this is a wonderful moon to be creative. Now, every moon, new moon, full moon aspects presents opportunities and challenges. Even when things are trining, even when things are all positive, they're trining, they're sextiling, there's still challenges with that, because you can be too overconfident. You can be too expansive and then later find yourself overextended. So there's always challenges with any chart or any full moon or any new moon, because it's life. It's the way life works here. And so, yes, there's going to be challenges with this moon because Neptune's involved, Jupiter's involved, and with Jupiter we can be overconfident and overextend, take on too much, and then, bite off more than you can chew, and then you just, it's over-promising, under-delivering. With Neptune, it can create this frenetic energy where anxiety can come and go, which really doesn't have anything to do. Neptune is a psychological transit where when it activates things, much of the experience can be really psychological. In other words, there isn't anything wrong. There isn't anything that is as negative as we can make in our head, mountains out of molehills. And so you want to be aware of that. Is the line between reality and fantasy will fade away at this Pisces supermoon, because we have Neptune and Jupiter involved, and they are both the ruling planets of Pisces. So it couldn't be more cosmic and poetic that this is a moon to use to be creative. It's a wonderful energy to use it in any creative way. It's a wonderful energy to dream. It's a wonderful energy to go out into nature and connect to Mother Earth and replenish yourself in nature, refresh, re-energize, revitalize. It's a fabulous energy for that. In Pisces, it's a time of completion. It's not the time of starting something brand new. It's a time of finishing up. It's a time of finishing unfinished business, finishing things that need to get done, so you're clearing the decks and getting ready for a new cycle, which will come in Libra and the Aries full moon, which is a total lunar eclipse. September is going to be a rock and roll month. And if you go to my September forecast, I go into detail. And August has been very interesting, especially at the end here with the major corrections going on in the stock markets around the world. And we're going to see more of that in September. And so it's very interesting what's happening right now. It's almost like with Jupiter and Virgo, you know, in Leo, it's bigger than life, right? With Jupiter and Leo, you know, things are larger than life. And stocks can look great, right? But here in Virgo, it's like, okay, what's the real value? You know, let's have some discernment here. You know, what's going on? And so there's a lot happening, as well as with Venus retrograde. Venus rules money. She rules abundance, prosperity. She's been retrograde. When a planet is retrograde or intercepted, it has half of its energy at best. And so having Venus being retrograde this long has been very challenging. She goes direct on September 6th. Yay! And we'll be moving forward. Now here's another interesting thing. Mercury is the ruling planet of Virgo. And we are in the cycle of Virgo. And now Virgo, and I'm going to talk all about this when I do the Virgo new moon solar eclipse. It's a partial solar eclipse, but it is still, we're in eclipse season next month. And Mercury is in Libra. And Mercury rules Virgo, rules Gemini, and Mercury is going retrograde September 17th through October 9th. But we're already in the shadow period because we're in Libra. Mercury's in Libra. Mercury went into Libra on the 27th of August. Well, goes in a couple of days. I'm filming this on the 24th. So Mercury is going into Libra on the 27th and, you know, is retrograding and will be in Libra for 66 days. You know, so this is a really important cosmic message, universal message, right? The full moon rules the collective consciousness. The moon rules the collective consciousness. That's why as astrologers we follow the moon. It changes signs every 2.5 days. As the sign changes, so does the mood of the people. And when you're psychic, you're always picking up what's going on in the collective. And that's the challenge. And many of you are incredible psychics and intuitives and healers and coaches and doctors, and so you know what I'm talking about when, you know, you're picking up the collective consciousness. And so that's why the moon is so important, because the moon is revealing what's going on in the collective consciousness. And, you know, so with the supermoon happening in Pisces, it's got a lot of people anxious and, you know, feeling this energy. What's going to happen to the stock market? What's going to happen to the banks? What's going to happen? And, you know, with the Neptune, you know, you can just cut it in half and just go, you know, half of it's real and half of it's just going to, you know, fade off into the sunset, you know, and so it's a very interesting time. And with the ruling planet Mercury in Libra, Libra is about justice. Libra is about fairness and balance and integrity. Well, Capricorn is integrity too. But the thing is, you know, we need justice in our banking system. We need justice in our stock markets. We need justice in the legal system. We need justice in the government. We need the politicians to be stopped being owned by the billionaires and to work for the people. And until we take that money out, it really doesn't matter who we elect for president, because they can't do what they want, because the billionaires control everybody in Congress, because that's where they get their money to get elected. And so they can't vote for what's right for the environment or what's right for the people. They have to vote for what the billionaire wants. And so we need justice. And so that's what's causing all the chaos, because the light is oncoming. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. Earth is ascending. You are ascending. And as you raise your vibration and hold more light, your consciousness is expanding. That's why so many people are waking up, because they're going, wait a minute. Where's the justice in this? Where is the justice in our systems? How are we supposed to invest in the stock market if it's not real? How are we supposed to invest in banking if it's not safe. And so it's making everything chaotic because the light is oncoming saying we need a cleansing. We need to cleanse. We need to change the systems. We need to have people in government that work for the people. And so the shift is happening. And that, is what I'm seeing is it doesn't have to be drastic. It can be where we change our currency over to the new dollar. And so it doesn't have to be this 1929 thing at all. We can put into place systems that are fair and balanced and have transparency. That's all people are asking for. What people want is transparency. They want to know what's really going on. What's the truth? And so that's why this is so chaotic right now, and will be through September, because when the eclipses hit, that's a giant reset. We all get a reset. It's a readjustment where Creator downloads the new programs into your DNA, your atom, cells, and electrons, and not just into each individual, but also into the systems. And so there's a giant reset coming in September because we're in eclipse season. Mercury is going retrograde in Libra, and it's calling for justice. So at this Pisces full moon, this is the time for you to nourish and nurture yourself. Take good care of yourself. Do extreme self-care. Eat really well. Drink a lot of water. Walk in nature. Dream. Your dreams are going to be so active. So is your psychic abilities and your intuitive abilities. They're always there, but the more you use them, the stronger they become, and the more you can rely on your hunches. You can trust your hunches. Trust your gut instinct. Trust your goosebumps. Trust the hair on the back of your neck. Trust how your body is the messenger reminding you. Don't forget, now we're in the Virgo Pisces axis. Virgo is about your health, well-being, vitality, and many other things I'll talk about when we get to the Virgo eclipse. And Pisces is about your dreaming and meditating and completing things and finishing unfinished business and working behind the scenes. And it's about taking good care of you, getting plenty of meditation time, getting plenty of exercise, getting plenty of time for yourself. That's what the message is at the Pisces full moon is really take good care of you, take good time for you to make sure that you are balanced, focus, not getting caught up in the collective consciousness, because many people are being hit by these energies, but they don't know their astrology, and they don't know that Earth is ascending, and it's bringing us up into higher consciousness, and as a result it's exposing, bringing transparency, and it's causing chaos. And so you want to be that anchor for people, that lighthouse where you shine that light, and it calms people down, and it encourages them and reminds them that's all going to work out, and that what we're bringing in is going to be better than anything we've ever had, and that we are moving into this age of peace and prosperity and abundance. And it's minutes away. It's so close I can taste it. And so this is the wonderful energy right now at this Pisces full moon, SuperMoon, to use this time to connect to source, to connect to your inner being, to connect to your truth, to focus on what you want, to focus on what you believe, to visualize it. Oh my gosh, this is such a great energy for visualization. You have Jupiter, you have Neptune, you have the moon in Pisces, and it's so awesome for creativity and visualizing what you want, visualizing what you want to bring in. What are you dreaming about? You can make it real. You can make it happen. You want to stay out of anxiety. You want to stay out of fear. Remember, fear, false evidence appearing real, right? 90% of what killed you never even happened. And so you want to stay out of that anxiety. You want to stay out of the illusion, the delusion, the deception. Be wary of people with large promises. okay? Because this can be a deceptive energy. It can attract dishonest people, right? And they can try to sell you all kinds of things that you don't need. And so you want to be vigilant, be awake, be aware, right? Be harmless. And use this energy to create what you want. Dream big. Dream what you want to see in your life. Get ready for the ride here, late August into September. Now the sun will exactly be opposed by Neptune on the 31st, and that is an energy that, yes, it's incredibly creative, it's spiritual, but it also can bring dishonest people. It can also bring a lot of lies in the media, a lot of false flags, they call it, deception, right? And so be awake, be aware, trust your instincts. When you hear something or you see something, ask yourself, what's the first thing I get? What do I get? What am I hearing? What am I really hearing? Trust that. The first thing you get is the truth. And so this is going to give you an opportunity to test your muscle, your intuitive muscle, your psychic muscle, to see if you're dialed into your mighty I am presence and higher power, and if you're able to ride the Neptunian wave. Neptune rules the ocean. If you're able to ride that wave and not get caught up in the illusions that's being projected onto the screen of life, because they're not real. Evil is not real, and its appearance has no power. And so let it play out, and we're going to ride this wave into the new energy, into the new earth, and be victorious. Because you are victorious.